One of my favorite series is Arrow, but only in the first 4 seasons. I didn't necessarily love everything in it, and I'll probably make another video talking about that in detail. But first, let's talk about something that really bugged me: the way they handled bringing back Sara Lance to life. Now, let me be clear. It's not the idea of bringing characters back to life that's absurd. In fact, it's the opposite. The idea of resurrection is fascinating. It's something that stirs our imaginations and makes us feel good, even if only for a moment. We all have loved ones we wish could come back to life. If that actually happened in real life, it wouldn't be absurd or disturbing, it would be incredible, miraculous. That's the power of storytelling, to take these impossible fantasies and make them feel real, to let us live them vicariously. But in Arrow, the problem isn't the idea of resurrection itself, it's the way they handled bringing back Sara Lance to life. She comes back from the dead in this big, dramatic moment, only for nothing to happen after that. She vanishes again, and this huge event becomes meaningless. That's the real issue. Let's dive in. Sara Lance, portrayed by Katie Lotz, was introduced as Laurel Lance's younger sister and one of Oliver Queen's complicated love interests. She became the Canary, a vigilante fighting crime in Starling City. Her death in Season 3 was shocking but pivotal. It pushed Laurel to step up and take the mantle of Black Canary, fueling her character's growth. In that way, Sara's death was meaningful, it had weight and consequence. Then in Season 4, the showrunners decided to bring her back to life using the Lazarus Pit, a mystical pool of resurrection. This could have been a chance to explore the powerful fantasy of a loved one coming back, the emotional impact of defying death. But that's not what happened. Instead, the way they handled bringing back Sara Lance to life felt like a cheap trick to undo the emotional weight of her death. It was used as a quick fix, a convenient loophole to serve the plot. What's even worse is that after bringing her back, they didn't even do anything with her. They didn't explore what it would mean for her relationships, for her sister Laurel, or for Oliver. She just showed up, was alive again, and then left. There was no real payoff, no deep emotional journey, no grappling with the consequences of resurrection. The show treated her return like a checklist item: resurrect her, then send her off to Legends of Tomorrow. And that's a huge missed opportunity. If the writers were going to bring her back, they should have committed to exploring what that would mean. How would Laurel feel seeing her sister alive again after grieving her loss? How would Sara herself cope with being yanked out of death's embrace? These are the questions that would have made her resurrection powerful. Instead, it was brushed aside. Let's also talk about the Lazarus Pit itself. In the comics, it's a powerful tool with serious consequences. Yes, it can bring someone back to life, but it can also drive them mad or corrupt them. In Arrow, those consequences were mentioned for a second and then forgotten. Sure, Sara comes back feral at first, but she's cured so quickly that it doesn't matter. It turns this mystical, dark power into nothing more than a magic reset button. There's no real exploration of the idea of life and death, no stakes. When you treat resurrection like this, like something you can do and then just ignore, it doesn't just cheapen Sara's story. It cheapens every death in the Arrowverse. If anyone can just come back whenever, then why should we care when a character dies? Death has to feel permanent and consequential in order for us to care. When the show undoes it so casually, it undercuts the stakes. Sara's resurrection also hurt Laurel's story. Laurel's transformation into the Black Canary was powerful because it was driven by her grief over Sara's death. Bringing Sara back undermines all of that, making Laurel's journey feel built on a false foundation. It's as if the writers wanted to have their cake and eat it too, keep Sara alive for the spin-off, but still act like her death mattered. And the kicker? After all that build-up, Sara just leaves Arrow. She disappears into the world of Legends of Tomorrow, and her resurrection has zero impact on the rest of the show. This massive, emotional event becomes nothing more than a plot device to launch another series. It's frustrating because the idea of resurrection should be incredible and transformative. It taps into our deepest hopes. But if you're going to bring someone back, it should mean something. It should change the world around them, shake up the characters who loved them, and force everyone to confront the cost of cheating death. In the end, the way they handled bringing back Sara Lance to life in Arrow wasn't absurd because of the fantasy of resurrection, it was absurd because they didn't do anything with it. It was a wasted opportunity to explore one of the most powerful themes in fiction, what it means to come back from the dead. Thanks for listening, and let me know what you think in the comments. Did Sara's resurrection feel meaningful to you, or do you agree it was a missed chance? Let's talk about it.